Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're going to learn how to assemble our earbud case just like the one seen here. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and open up your two parts here, your cover and your earbud body. And now we want to go ahead and assign them a material and a color here. So to do that, let's come on up to modify and we're going to give it a physical material. And we're going to select ABS plastic because it's the closest thing to materials that we use to 3D print in this class. So we're going to come on down to plastic. We'll be using PLA, but you can also 3D print with ABS. It's not as a little bit more difficult, but it's definitely possible. So we're going to assign the material ABS plastic. Okay, select close. All right, and then go to modify, and then we're going to go to appearance, and we're going to give it a color. So you can choose any color you like. Okay, I'm going to go down to paint and go to glossy, and I'm just going to give it let's see, I'm going to give it a blue color here. Okay, and it's kind of dark blue, so I'm going to right click here, edit, and let's see if I can maybe change it to like a lighter blue, something like that. All right, that looks good, and I'm going to hit done and close, and I'm going to go to save. Let's go ahead and repeat this process now for our cover. So let's come on over here, go to modify, physical material, and we're going to assign it a material of ABS plastic, hit close, and then once again let's give it a color. So we're going to come over here to appearance. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and make this guy kind of like a red color. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and select close and then go ahead and save it and select OK. Alright, and once we're done with that, now let's go ahead and start our assembly. So let's come on over here and do a file, new design. And we're going to go ahead and save it first. And we're going to call it Earbud Case Assembly and Animation. And select save. Alright, so once we've saved it, now let's go ahead and insert the files. So we have this red one, right? So we're going to go ahead and right click, insert into current design. And let's just leave that where it's at right now. Okay, and then we're going to find the earbud body here, right here. This is the one I just gave a color to, and so we're going to go to insert into current design. All right, and I'm going to kind of arrange it here so it's in a better position. You know what? Let's try going up that way, and then let's move it out over here, and then move it forward so it's something like that. Let's go ahead and select OK. All right, and now we want to bring in another cover, so we're going to right click, insert into current design, and we're going to move it over here, and then we're going to rotate it around so it looks like it's kind of in position and ready to be assembled, and select OK. So hopefully you have something that looks like this. Alright, so now let's go ahead and start assembling it. So come on up to assemble, and we're going to select joint, and we're going to select a revolute joint. Okay, and we're going to click select right here, and we're going to select this circle right here, and we're going to make that revolute with this circle right here. And that's exactly what we want. Go ahead and select OK. Let's repeat this process for the other one. Okay. Come on up here to assemble joint, and it should select revolute. Same thing, let's select that circle, rotate our part around here, and holding down the mouse wheel and shift, and we're going to select there and select OK. One thing I forgot to do when we first started is come on over here to your earbud body, right click, and we're going to ground it so it doesn't move. Okay, and now if you notice, you come on over here, you move these things, they go all the way around, and we don't want that. So let's fix that. So we can come on over here to joints, right click, edit joint limits. Okay, and so I'm going to click here on the minimum and maximum, and I'm going to sort of move my joint to where I want it to stop. So I'm going to keep going right till about, looks like maybe we'll go with minus 178. Let's just go with minus 180 and see what happens. Okay, and then go ahead and select OK. And now it'll stop here like it should in real life, right? So it looks pretty good. Now let's go ahead and do that for this one. So let's right click here, and we're going to come on over to edit joint limits for our second joint. And once again, we're just going to kind of click here, and then we're going to kind of drag it all the way across here to where it looks like it's about right, and we're going to type in -180 and select OK. All right, now we have something that looks, well, a little more realistic, okay, by editing the joint limits here. All right, so now that our product is assembled, let's come on over here to animation. So we're going to change our workspace here to animation. All right, and next thing you want to do now is come on up here to transform components. Click on the part you want to transform, drag it out. I'm going to type this as, let's just do -1.5. See what that looks like. Looks pretty good. Maybe 1.75. All right, select OK. Let's do the same thing for the other part here. I'm going to drag it out, and we're going to make it -1.75. Select OK. Okay, and I'm going to right click, show hide trail lines for both of these. There we go. And you can fool around with your story timeline. I like to kind of stagger them. So, you know, and I like to just delete that guy and then play it. And you can also reverse it. Okay, looks pretty good. All right, and the last thing we want to do now is go ahead and create an exploded view of this guy. So to do that, we're going to come down from animation and a drawing from animation, and we're going to select our usual 11 inches by 8.5 inches. Let's go ahead and select OK. Let's go ahead and bring it in. That looks pretty good the way I like it, just the way it came in. I'm going to click right where I want it. I'm going to give it some color, select OK. I'm going to delete this title block here. All right, now let's go ahead and do tables here, and it's going to automatically generate it. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of click where I want it right there. That looks pretty good. So we got our part number, we got our quantity or item. We don't need description, so I'm going to double click on this again. Let's get rid of description, but let's give it mass so we know how much it's going to weigh. Okay, and let's go ahead and select close. All right, and the next thing I'm going to do now is sort of adjust our balloons here. So I'm going to click and drag this out a little bit. I'm going to make my balloons nice and parallel because it's just good practice to make them look nice and tidy. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring in one more view. I'm going to bring in, okay, my model here, and I don't want that view, so I'm going to change it to, let's see here, southwest isometric, nope. Southeast isometric, nope. Probably the last one, right? Nope, that's the one I want. And I'm going to make it a similar scale here, so I'm going to make it just 1:1. Click there. And let's give it some color and select OK. All right, so notice our part 2 here. That is our earbud body, and our part 1, that is our earbud cover. We've got our material, we've got the weight of it. We're looking good. All right, don't forget to save it when you're done. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.